Hello there, this is John Franquez, and guess what? I'm going to give you my movie review of Mad Max Fury Road. And I'm going to touch on a subject that's hitting the news a lot lately in reference to the movie. A man named Carey has complained that Mad Max Fury Road is nothing but feminist propaganda. And he's calling for men to boycott the movie. What are the complaints? Well, they said it was a strong female character, that the woman Ev Ensler, she's the author of the Vagina Monologues, she also fights to consult women who have been sexually abused in Congo. Well, she was consulted for the movie. Anyway, Carey is asking us to boycott the film. He says it's a feminist propaganda, it's a woman fighting against the patriarchy, etc., etc., etc. And I'm going to give you my view about it. And in a nutshell, is it feminist propaganda? My answer, no, it's not. Yes, there are hints of that here and there, but who cares? The movie Mad Max is an apocalyptic wasteland. Men and women are in despair, struggling to survive. And that's about it. I mean, what can I say? I don't know where he's coming from, to be honest with you. There's always a gender wars in everything, and what's wrong with having a strong female character? On that note, Charlize Theron, by the way, is excellent. Now, she's a strong female character, but she does show her vulnerability. And there's a group of other women that come out in the film. They're all different characters. These are not just a bunch of, tough, butchy women going out there kicking butt. No. In fact, we got 60-something-year-old women that come out in the movie shooting guns. Everybody here is struggling to survive. Now, let's talk about the movie itself. Did I like the full movie? Yes, I did. However, I have two small negatives. One of them is really not a negative towards the movie. It's a negative that maybe I myself had a little problem with. It took me about 10 or 15 minutes to get past the grotesque imagery that I was looking at. This is a wasteland of a desert filled with radiation. There's mutation. There's people in despair. The squalor. And it looked a little ugly sometimes. It's a very minor point. That might have been my problem, nobody else's. One problem that I did have with the Max character, however, Max seems to be very tormented. Tom Hardy did a good job, but they didn't give him as much to do, I would say, the way it was written, as they did with Mel Gibson in the past. Tom Hardy is playing a character who's tormented. He sees scenes of death, but we don't know where these scenes come from. So he had kind of gotten past some of his trauma from when he lost his family in the previous films. But now there's a little gap there of something that we don't know what happened. We know he's tormented, but they don't really dwell on that. It's a small little weakness, not a big one. All in all, though, the movie is a hell of a ride. A hell of a ride. Pedal to the metal. When you think they can top themselves with an action sequence, they top themselves with an action sequence. And there's more here than meets the eye. I mentioned a little hint of a feminist, or I should say just women, fighting against the patriarchy, but you got men struggling too. Outside of that, the first Mad Max film was about bandits taking over the road. The road warrior, people are just struggling to survive. By the time Mad Max Thunderdome came into play, people were living in towns. And now in Mad Max Fury Road, you have the introduction of religion. You got the main character, sorry, not the main character, the main villain running things, and he's using religion. And he's made himself some kind of a demigod, where people are actually, the people that are being exploited are looking up to the exploiter somehow. So that touches a lot of angles. There's actually one character, I forgot his name. Oh, his name is Nux in the movie. Nux is a zealot. He really believes in this religion, and he's looking to die almost. But his character falls into an arc, which is pretty interesting to see. I would say that Charlize Theron's character, her name is Furiosa, and Nux have more of a character development than Mad Max does. But Mad Max does go through his own redemption and grasping his humanity again. I should mention, I'm trying to not give away anything in reference to the film. I don't want to give away any spoilers here. But going back to the complaint about Fury Road being a feminist propaganda, and complaining about having a male villain who's having women locked up as slaves and exploiting and enslaving women. Did Carey forget that Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome had a woman villain running things, enslaving men, and had them working 12, 16 hours a day, knee deep in pig manure, trying to create fuel? Where was he? Did he complain about that? I don't think so. But anyway, all the characters, in spite of it being action pedal to the metal, they are three-dimensional. I mean, it's an exciting film, and but at the same time, they keep their grasp on the humanity of these characters. And what can I say? I don't want to hype it up more than it's already been hyped, but catch it. Thumbs up. That's my take. Subscribe to John Franquez. Comment below. In the meantime, take care. Sayonara.